you talked about 3 phases. You said the first phase would be without the arms.
So the first phase of practice would be 100% without the arms. So it's just the body, it's the big muscles. How do the big muscles work? How does the ground pressure work?
And start this really slow and just build up the speed, or?
That's it. Just really work through the ground and establish good ground pressure all the way to the finish. So allow yourself to fully rotate out into that finishing slot.
The hips rotating better now.
Yeah, plenty good enough. And then without it activating from the shoulders, then you're shifting back and back into that heel and fully rotating through and out. Get yourself fully out onto that toe. That's it. Nice. Wow. Yeah. And do that 4 more times. Again, this is great rotation into a nice right side tilt. Yeah.
Whee. I didn't think this would be such hard work.
But again, it's like it's different muscles, no? Activating different muscle groups. And as I say, for someone like you, you've got sometimes, a lot of times, people can be quite weak in core, quite weak in the glutes, and they have a reason for maybe using other muscles. You don't.
Oh, they're more. Wow.
Wow. You've got the strength in the lower body. You're just not using it. You're using the upper body.
Okay, so it's that real feeling. When you tilted me over, I felt like I was really lurching over, but obviously.
So again, it's that to that. And again, it's a bit wide in the base. Get a little bit narrower for me. Get a little bit narrower in the base. Let's do that again. That's okay there. So a little bit narrow. Got the right knee flex. Good man. It's perfect. It's a nice load to the right. There you go.
I can now feel I haven't been rotating at all, other than the arms trying to force it.
Yeah. Well, I think you've got to think a lot through hip to knee here about how it works differently. Trying to get that right hip working back and into that right side lean. And again, so the right knee's braced a little bit. Keep the flex. Okay, better. That's it.
Does this help, Andy, to have a ball as a visual? Because I've been looking down at the spot on the mat. Does that help to have a ball as a visual or not?
Yeah, again, it's like, concept to where your head was prior to it. So the head was this way.
Yep.
And now your head's more to the right of it.
It's a bit narrower.
So again, it's going to be, the change is physical, it's visual, because it's going to look different where your head position is to the ball.
Yeah.
And then from here, you're shifting and then moving back into the heel. Okay? That's it. And literally you're following the ball the whole way, so you're looking, bang, and then as you rotate out, the head's coming out with it.
I feel like now that I've rotated so far, like I'm actually only looking at the ball through my left eye.
Yeah.
Like I can see my nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely no issue. As I say, it's like,
wow.
When you're in these positions like this, see the tiger sequence, you're in that position for about 1/100th of a second.
Yeah.
So you're there and back, and it's good. We're all different in how we can picture it, but you've got to get a feeling, the difference between, again, for your visual, if that is your line to the ball, you can't have your head that way and that way.
Yeah.
Unless you're trying to play a crazy low shot and you're trying to, deliberately do that.
Yeah.
So you want to feel like the head is more that way, this way through the golf ball.
Yeah. Wow.
And again, we're all different. We've all got different patterns. And as I say, we've got to get specific to us. Yours pattern is that way. How do we manage that? Okay, here, I can manage it.
Yeah.
From here, I've got mobility then to shift because my head's back.
Yeah.
Because already I'm here, I'm stuck already.
You're effed,
Yeah.
I can see your left shoulder is behind the ball,
That's it.
or at least level or behind.
Now from here, you just got to feel like there is shift back to the left, but it's not coming from your head.
If I can see from you that there is a shift, but the shoulders and the head, on or behind the ball, and it's your hips that are shifting.
It's that separation.
I can feel that,
So you're trying to get that separation as you get through the golf ball.
Wow.
But again, go back to what Coco said. If you're not in a loaded position in your backswing, you can try all you want to change the downswing. It's just not going to manifest, Again, hips. So this is not moving your hips enough for me. So again, you come back and you start from a slightly narrower position because we need mobility. If you get too wide, it's going to restrict that mobility.
Yeah.
Now from here, we're looking for that right hip to go back more.
Wow, yeah.
Into more of that right side. Now, again, that will feel like insanity to you.
Yeah, it does,
But when you look at it, your head's probably nothing.
I think a good visual for me is I'm now thinking my shoulder is, now look, I think that's the same position you just put me in.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I can see my shoulder directly over the ball and the tip of my nose covering the ball.
Yeah.
So if you believe that's a good position, that can be a good visual for me.
Yeah, good visual.
To practice. And then it's shift here, trying to keep my tip of my nose.
That's it. Shift.
There.
That's it. There you go.
Wow.
And it
didn't
gives
feel
you
like
the
I got
gateway.
up enough.
Yeah, gives you the gateway.
Just to get into that position in slow motion. Whew.
Yeah.
Hard work, but I think I'm not breathing. Right. Get that right. Get that
Getting
right.
good though, because that's a big key to get relaxed.
There, Andy. Does that look right? Oh,
again, let's look at it. I'm going to keep you there for a bit, put you through torture. See, I still think you playable from here, but yeah,
more.
Bit more to the right. It's just gonna. You go. When we're talking about change, you've definitely got to feel. Key word is feel. You've got to feel that you're more to the right for you, because it's the feeling versus the reality. You know, you don't want to be there.
Yeah, I like you gave me that little tap there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nice and loaded. It's good. Good position.
I don't feel like I can hit a ball from here.
Well, again, you know, the thing that I see at the moment, it still looks like you're trying to wind up the upper body and not move the lower, and it feels tight.
Yeah, okay.
Really try to feel like that Nicholas thing. Try to feel like you're just rotating more from the trunk. It will open up the gateway, no problem. So you're almost going to feel like that hip is going to go back in this direction. It's going to go back to the right for you. That's what it's going to feel like to you. So as it goes back that way, you're going to find it easier to get into that tilt to the right.
Wow. Whew.
So the hip's got to get back.
Yeah.
And we're all different.
Is this much better though?
Yeah.
We're all I really feel like, seeing my butt in the mirror there.
Yeah. See, this is great. Now, again, it's all about awareness. What did you look like 40 minutes ago? Where were you?
All over the place. I didn't really, to be honest, I didn't know. That's why I came to see you, Andy.
No, but you know what I mean? You know, for me, the way I go about things is awareness. So we can manage it. If we're aware of our kind of balconies and our basements, our biases, we can stay on top of them.
Woo. So get that hip back. Andy was pushing me more forward.
Yeah, it's good, man. Good. And again, you can go, no, actually, I like it. I like it. It's good. Yeah. And then from there, just like the swing, if you keep doing this consistently, persistently, the organic will be just to release all that spring and come back out and into that finish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It will change. We are what we repeat. If you repeat that backswing, the organic will change. So if you're trying to pin your arm, if you're trying to straighten your arm, it makes
I totally see it now.
difficult.
I didn't know what to expect from this lesson. I thought I was going to be swinging the club load, but this, I can see the benefit of it, absolutely.
Yep.
Because you're pointing out the things that I'm doing wrong. I didn't know. I was lurching forward. I am tilting in the backswing.
Yep. Okay, so we're going to do one more, then we're going to give you a second exercise that you can do that I think can bring value. So this is great. This is loaded.
It doesn't feel great.
But it looks athletic, you know?
So,
which is what, for a guy with your physique, should be looking athletic when you're over a golf ball.
I love this nose tip. I can see that's my visual to kind of keep my nose there, and then it should be there, right?
And then just, again, all here. So the second thing I'm going to do is this. The rope. So the rope is this. The fundamental of what you just did there is all about rotation and body motion. How does the body move? For me, my 3-part chain is simply, we shift, we rotate, and then on the top of that, the arms swing. Yeah. Just like this bit of rope. So my arms just swing. So
would I be right in saying, Andy, sorry to interrupt, that I'm doing the opposite?
You're opposite sequence.
Yeah.
So these are the dominant.
Yeah.
These are doing the pulling.
Yeah.
So, and it looks like this, and it's just like, so after you've done your exercises with your body, you can just do some swings with a rope, and it's just literally continuous motion. So it would look like I'm starting a bit left, shifting to the right, then my arms swing, and it wraps. Return it, and it wraps. Wrap it. Wrap it. Wrap it.
So we're not worried so much about, obviously, your arms are bending, that's fine, right? It's just about...
It's about trying to get your arms to swing within a sequence. Yeah. And whenever you see people kind of...
Yeah.
You know, they're lassoing themselves. So it's a concept of slowing arms down.
Yeah.
How can I slow my arms down? Give a feeling for slowing my arms down. So I'm that way, that way, that way.
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah.
That way. And just fluid. It doesn't stop. Right, left. Right, left. Yeah. So again, another great little exercise for specific stuff for you.
Everything you're saying, now that I'm hearing it from a pro, like, yeah, it is baseball. It's snatching at the ball, right? So, oh God.
Have a go. Good man. Good beginning. Keep it going. Don't stop. Continuous. That's it.
Thank you. So I shouldn't start my downswing until I feel the wrap, right?
Absolutely. Complete the wrap. Sorry, that was my fault.
Escape.
Me.
Wow.
Let it wrap and then come back.
Should it be more around my back? I feel like it's coming over my neck.
Okay. As I say, it's just increasing your range of motion all the time. That's it.
So this would be a really good warm-up, right?
Absolutely. Activator. Absolutely. And it's trying to give yourself, especially before play, you know, no better activator than this type of thing, just to warm up, limber up, mobile.
Yeah, I feel this. Right now, obviously I don't have a club in my hand, but I feel like my trail elbow with this rotation, it's easy for me to get my trail elbow down, swinging, I don't know, in that slot that I'm trying to. Oh, how many more?
2 more.
Okay, Andy's tapping me there. Oh.
Okay, relax.
Oh.
So just to have a look at, hopefully it will.
I was feeling a bit tense there, though. I see what you're saying about this whole tense kind of.
You know, when we're talking about the change of body shape.
Yeah, look at that.
This is, again, it's a good point for you as well about bracing the knee. So we just want to keep that right knee a little bit softer. But the body shape and the rotation of
I can see that tilt, feel that tilt. It helped. Thank you for coming and tapping me. That reminded me.
And I just think this is where we're at. Between now and our next session, we talk about 3 phases. So I'd talk about first phase just being pure body. Second phase would be a bit about the rope. Yeah. After a few days, you'll probably be able to leave the body alone and just purely do rope. Just make sure you understand what you're trying to achieve from it. A sequence of body motion. How does it rotate, move? Yeah. What does it look like? Yeah. What's the ground pressure look like as you're moving? The rope is just a reminder to keep your arms like passive rather than pulling. Obviously, third phase then is putting the club back in the hand and just trying a few balls. So I mean, for me, I'd go for no more than 5, just literally, and do cycles of this. Body, rope, 5 balls, body, rope, 5 balls, and just keep rotating it. Anything to do with change from what your bias is, exaggerate it in these practice swings.
Yes.
Go crazy, you know. Let's just try again, you know, it's maybe 4 phases. Let's just try a few swings with no ball before we put that ball there.
Oh, yeah.
And again, I'm going to say the same thing for you. Don't get drawn into where the club's going or left arm straight. Your club is like the rope. All you're trying to do is move the body.
There.
Again, chill it out, relax it, relax it, relax it.
Wow,
as I say, there's a lot of pressure on it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I've been, okay. So, wow, that was really, so it's really about there. Yeah.
Again, I'll show you a pinpoint you a position that I'd like you to feel. So when you're, I described it to you a moment ago, the difference between when you were demonstrating like that and when you're demonstrating like this. So when you're demonstrating like this, it was pure body.
Yeah.
When you're demonstrating like this, it was pull arms.
Yeah.
So when you're just purely moving the body and the arms are just in front, they'll go that way.
Yeah.
When the arms are pulling, they go that way.
Yeah. I've heard that a lot. I'm kind of, is that shallowing out too early, too soon, too much?
Absolutely. So you see the club shallowing, it gets a bit flat, but you've got to see why it gets flat because the arms are pulling it.
That was a crazy position there. Wow, it feels good.
See, all I'm doing is getting your arms more in front of your body again. So that's now more in front of your body.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arms are more across.
Yep. Oh. And it comes through this rotation, right?
That's it. You've got to have the rotation, otherwise you're fighting something you can't win.
When I start shifting and rotating, I'm not actually doing anything with my arms right now. Is that right? Is that correct? Is that correct?
Absolutely. I mean, this is the concept of the rope, that you're just trying to let gravity drop.
That's golden.
Yep.
So you're right. Now, when you put me in that position by forcing my arms back there, I'm trying to rotate with my arms, and I can see exactly.
Yep. Outcome flat.
Yeah. So just think, get into those positions.
Yeah, because again, hip rotation. Boom. Rotate. So again, this is across your chest. That is in front of your chest.
There?
Yeah.
Should I get the club up now?
Again, like it. Awesome.
And then it's shift.
And from there, and rope arms, just shift, rotate, and let the arm go. Okay, nice. What you're doing here is reps. If you do like this type of practice, if you've got the persistence and the desire to change, drills are the way. It's the only way to change something is drills. You could hit a million golf balls and nothing can change.
Would I be right, Andy, in saying that the only reason my club starts moving is because it's initiated by the hips rotating, right?
Again, for me, I think it's a specific. So it's not a general rule for everybody, but for you, I like it. Yeah.
There.
Because you've got to say your bias is you're leading with your arms. You agree?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's your bias, and you've got to understand what your bias is as a golfer for you to change it. Rotate. That's it. So you've got to see your bias as being arms led. Boom. Pull you across. What's the change? Okay, I've got to feel ground and rotation more.
So in actual fact then, am I right in saying, Andy, that the initiation of the downswing, which I've always thought is hands down and whip, it feels now, it's the hips, and my arms really aren't doing anything yet until I start using the ground.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
Oh, golden nugget. Is that, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is where, again, when I looked at your swing you sent me the other day, and some of the language you said to me to start with, you're going to rewrite what you say now, because what you were saying to me before, you were trying to keep the right elbow in.
Yeah.
Imagine what you're doing now. So you were low, laid off, and then you're trying to keep your right elbow in on the way down. It's super difficult to do this.
It feels, well, look, slow motion, it feels so easy, and right?
But that's how you
I love this. I love this feeling you gave me that actually the arms are actually a lot in front of your body, right? Whereas I've been trying to whip them back there.
My language is about not forcing outcomes. Like if you've got a bowed wrist, with some people, it's a very organic thing. They do it, they don't even bloody think about it. Other people, they're trying to make it happen. I don't believe that.
Wow, much higher.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Look, I like that position. I like the angle of this club, whereas before it's like this.
Yeah.
Wow.
And again, see these changes as just having your arms more passenger.
I feel here that my right hand feels more dominant now, whereas before I'm thinking left shoulder, thinking baseball, right?
Yeah.
I now feel it's going to come more from rotation and a kind of a punch.
Yeah. Over my experience with this game, I've seen a lot of different individuals with a lot of different backgrounds. And I've seen baseball players before, and they do muscle from shoulders. So you've got to understand what your biases look like as a person. And you've got to, as much as you can, change the control from here into here. That's where my advice sits, is that learn ground pressure and rotation as your energy source and not the muscle coming from shoulders. Yeah. So
the
again,
feel felt like it was super high.
This is behind you. This is in front.
Oh, right. Okay, you keep hinging my wrist that way. Okay, so I need to.
Again, it's only I'm not trying to do anything technical. I'm trying to relax them. Because when you're
give me a slap or something.
Yeah, because when you're bowed, you're like rock.
Yeah. Right.
It's like there's nothing moving there.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to soften it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Another position that feels completely alien to have that. Let me see if I get into the same position there. Whereas before I'm really forcing that back there, and of course then it does become horrible over the top. Yeah. Which comes from the tilt, the lunge.
Today's been a great day for the message. You know what I mean?
Epiphany, yeah.
Understand the message, understand the biases.
So, right.
There you go. That's it. And again, these can be, perceptions as well.
I like the look of this position.
This position
before
here.
I'm like this.
But a lot of people then they try to pin. They don't need to pin. You just need to keep the arms in front.
Oh, there, well, massively there. Okay.
Cool. So now it looks different from this two-dimensional image. It looks pinned, but it's not, is it?
No, no. And then
this is great.
It's hips. And
then let the arms go. Let it go. Let it rope.
Do you know what I also love? I thought you were going to break it all. Well, not after you said you're not a mechanical-minded coach. I thought you'd be. Let me check your grip. Yeah, this for me is exactly what I needed. I didn't know what it was until you've obviously.
Yeah, well, again, I just like to get into someone's head what they're looking at, and it's just so I get a picture of where you're thinking.
I've noticed I'm falling into a bad habit of this is shallowing out. So
again,
where the club head go straight back, right?
But again, the question goes back to the question you asked. What do I start my swing with?
The hips, right? Yeah, hips. Yeah. So basically just hips.
And the question is, what do I start my swing with? Not someone else.
So even more out. Wow.
Yeah, good.
So if I swing a little bit quicker.
There you go.
That was all from the hips. Off balance, but
better. Miles.
It just felt like hips and then the arms went.
Yeah. Yeah. Because your head's in a position, the spine's in a position where you can move.
Yeah.
Rotate the hip. There you go. Keep moving that hip back. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, stay there for me. Stay there. Okay. If you can just trigger me a downswing from there, go.
Wow, look at that. Wow.
Yeah.
That is freaking, forget about the follow through for now. I like the look of that. All initiated from the hip, the backswing and the downswing.
Well,
right?
again, it goes back to what Coco said about a loaded backswing. So if you look at that position now relative to where you were before, you're much more loaded. Let's
love that.
Let's imagine that the ball is there.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, so this is a much better. There's no sense of chicken wing or anything there because your body's more connected, no?
That's huge. All right, we'll stop it there. Don't show the follow through. Andy, that's huge, mate.
Yeah. Good job. As I say, I can relay a message, but really it comes down to how you
interpret it and how
you practice it, how you drill it. In my experience, as I say, people, if they're just going to go and machine gun balls, very unlikely you'll get the quality in.
The target is to break 80, but for me, honestly, the target is I want to play good golf.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that shooting under 80 is hopefully the byproduct of good golf.
I mean, I love my quotes, and I love, the Faldo quote up here.
Golf is not about the quality of your good shots. It is about the quality of your bad shots.
That's golf. If you've got a method that doesn't have too many bad shots, playing sub 80 golf's relatively simple.
I'm trying to get out of this habit of previously just bracing that leg, and
good.
So for me, it's about really balance, neutral balance.
Yeah. So again, I think this is our final bit for today. Is just when it comes to the golf ball.
It was there.
So I think you've done the drills well. You look athletic doing the drills. But what happens when you put the ball there?
Yeah.
What's the mindset? Now, when the mindset with the ball, simplicity has to come into it.
Yeah.
Getting comfortable has to come into it. So if you're thinking a million things while you're trying to hit a golf ball, it won't play. Yeah. So you just need to get yourself, you can use yoga, breathing, relaxing, getting comfortable. What's your trigger?
Yeah.
What's your trigger? Your trigger's very much your hips want to start that rotation back and get those arms swinging. Yeah. So trust the drills are developing this new version.
Feel it. Just to see the massive difference. It's like a completely different golfer.
Yeah. So then when you've done all these great drills, what we said, maximum 5 balls. So you're not triggering with the hips. Hips.
Oh.
Boom.
There, wow. It's just, wow. Swing a little bit harder this time.
Again, just as long as you're on balance, let's go.
Wow.
Again, I didn't record it. Go one more time.
Okay, so this is look, I'm glad you're helping me with that, but getting my arms there when I'm thinking before there, right? Wow, okay, so think hips. arm is there.
Okay. Relax it.
Relax.
Okay, move in, step in.
Recording.
Yeah, go. Again, still a little bit of a forward,
But look,
good.
that's just.
Yeah. As I say, you've got to say that even these little steps that come in a little bit afterwards, it's because there's still a little bit of that forward, whatever word you want to describe it as, forward lean that way, rather than it being bam, rather than trying to stay behind it. Hip rotation.
Is that right with the arms?
See, again, I think this has done a great job. This can relax a bit.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, right. Ah!
Yeah, good. Again, go, let's keep your stability. Pretty good. Let's see what I'll get non-involved on this one.
So, hips. Get those hips. Relax. I feel that's about right.
Good job.
Swing.
Go. Okay. So let's have a little look.
Look, without even thinking about it, my hands are dropping into out. Right?
It's the organic. Yeah.
And I didn't feel like I was using arms at all.
So this was you by yourself. It's non-comparable now.
Yeah.
To what you were doing before.
So, look at that. Wow. And that's always the position. What I'm looking at is my hands going right past my thighs.
Yeah.
And the club head dropping, you know, like below my butt.
Yeah. But again, you know, look at a good player. And that's Coco, huge. If he's playing Asia Tour, he's got to be a decent player. And why backswing is key. If you load well, organically things change.
Yeah.
And outcome changes. And you'll see just a massive change there.
I mean, that's
from a different backswing position. But it's not to do with the fact that your left arm straight or anything. It's to do with the body load.
Yeah. Listen, that's huge, mate.
Yeah, big change. But as I say, you know, what you've got to do, and this is where, as a sportsman, I think you're going to be just fine with it, just drills. It's not about reinforcing a negative, but it's about reinforcing awareness.
Yeah.
Do your old swing as well. Be clear with where your biases are, because we all have them and we all go back to them.
That's interesting advice. When you say do your old swing, as in to remind me that this is
absolutely
shite.
Bias between your balcony, what does the good look like and what the bad looks like. Every golfer on this planet has negative bias. Not every golfer has good swing after good swing. Impossible. But you've got to know what it is, what it looks like, and how you fix it. For you, and you achieving this swing by yourself, connected, arms connected, move off the ball, is excellent. If you can, I'm not talking for 6 months, I'm talking for 4 or 5 days, dominate body movement, rope movements, and then just put the club in your hand periodically, and it will build quick. The reverse is just to put the ball there and hit. It builds very slow. I think they're my final words for you on it would be understand clearly your biases. Don't allow your brain to go into arm position because it will dominate. The arms will dominate. We want the body to dominate.
Mate, absolutely huge. Are we done for today?
Yeah, but well done.
Can I come out and do a Carter Spaz?
Sorry, what's that?
He doesn't know what a Carter Spaz is, right? We go, come on, Carter! Andy, pop it back up. Super happy, mate.
All right, then.
I feel absolutely confident now that through the weeks, the lessons, that we're going to
well, again, this is
markedly improved.
This for me would be in the bracket of fundamental as far as making any game tick.
Yeah.
And then we go on the golf course and we look at specifics in the golf course about where we can save you shots.
Yeah.
But if we just work on improving that over the weeks, and then we just get specific on little details, whether it's putts, chips, bunker shade, that we can make sure that there's no shot out there which is costing you, you know, on a day in, day out. Then we'll get you below 80, no problem.
My takeaways from this are, if you pardon the pun, I thought we were going to be smashing loads of balls, but I've loved that we've broken it down biomechanically. I'm not getting my body in the right position. What's the point of hitting balls if you can't hit, if you can't rotate correctly, tilt correctly, positions correctly?
And so for me, the first lesson, maybe 2, maybe 3 lessons, is the message. Understand it. If you understand it, then you can change it.
Huge. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click that subscribe button. Have you subscribed?
Yes, of course. I am today. I'm not. I'm Mr. Non-social media, but I will be doing it.
Andy, thank you so much, mate.
I will.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, good man.
Andy, that was awesome, mate.